Hey Kevin,
So,
how are you? How's it going?
it's all right. How about yourself?
It's going. It's going all right.
Your sinus thing getting better?
Yeah. Been taking those antibiotics. Doing sinus rinses.
Mm-hmm.
I have it right here. It's like some saline solution. I put it in
Working
the.
as
I put it in this thing. Yeah, and then it goes through my sinuses. Um, that's been helping. Using some Flonase, which helps the inflammation.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's fine.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the WordPress page. Oh yeah, I noticed your second article.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It was a bit messed up in the layout, but I think it's kind of fixed. It's being weird.
yeah, no, I think it's great. I was reading it, and I was wondering, did you write that word for word, or did you like um,
I looked at the
borrow
original
some words?
articles and kind of got that general idea, and then wrote it myself from that.
Then you wrote it yourself. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I think it turned out well. I mean, the language and everything. Because when I was reading it, I almost thought, like, wow, it sounds like some professional article writer wrote this. So I thought maybe like you borrowed a lot of the sentences, but um, cool. Good to hear that um, you wrote
Yeah,
it
I'm trying to
yourself.
plagiarize.
What's that?
I'm trying not to plagiarize.
That's good.
So,
Yeah.
What article are you guys talking about?
Hey, Jose.
just the new article I posted on the WordPress site.
Let's check it out.
How about
Hey, guys. Good morning.
morning? How about the slides? So what exactly were you planning to help Jill with on the slides?
Wasn't planning what?
What exactly were you planning to help Jill with
Oh,
for
I
the
don't know, like,
slides?
if you guys need any graphic help. I'm not sure how much she wants to incorporate into that. How
Okay.
much you guys want to add to that, so that's pretty much all I was going to do, since I don't know enough to do any kind of wording or stuff like that.
So graphics. That's what I heard. You said you're gonna
Yeah.
help her with the graphics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you have any direction on that yet, or
No, Jill said she's going to type up something to kind of give me direction. I don't know where she posted it or if she did it yet.
okay?
It might be in the slides. I have to check.
Cool. All right. All right. Well, I'm eager to get back to coding. So let's try to make this one quick, unlike the last one. Um, so what I've been working on. Let's see. Okay, so I'm still working on the second pass of the new mobile app. Um, so there's like a control panel thing in the middle. Or I don't know if any of you guys saw what it's supposed to look like. Well, I'll post it later in the general Slack. But anyway, I'm working towards um,
No, yeah,
what?
yeah, it'd be good if we can screen share it so we can talk about it.
Talk about the okay, sure. Um, so where did it go? Here. Yeah. So this is the target. This will be the second pass, or I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm working towards this, and I'll be incrementally adding things. Like I've been working
Nice.
on this part, this whatever it's called, control panel thing, where you can click on the different tabs. Actually, I'm glad Jill joined because I have a question about this. Hey, Jill.
Hello?
Hey, hey,
Hello.
hey,
Sorry,
Jill.
I was on the phone with Niels.
Oh, no worries. I had a question about this. You kind of joined right as I was showing this. You can see my screen. This control panel part for the tabs.
Mhm.
So when you click on the chat toggle here or the chat button here, what were you imagining to
Oh,
happen?
that replaces that green icon. So it's you click on it, and that's what you get to chat. So that's what pulls up the chat box. Yeah.
Pulls up the chat box. So like here in the middle section, right here, are you imagining like a input box or something right here?
No, I mean it's like the phone chat, like it is right
Okay,
now.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
So it
then,
just replaces that green chat icon. Because I was just making the iconography like match like a
I
thing.
see, I
Yeah.
see. Um, so each of these buttons, I mean, so the first two of these buttons, they sort of determine what gets shown
Mhm.
right below it. So I was
Mhm.
thinking maybe the chat box would also have its own UI, but I couldn't imagine what the UI would be. Just an input box, maybe a chat button, but I guess yeah, it's better with that without that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's at least a simpler implementation. Usually, I would like give you like a full spec and like tell you all this stuff and everything, but I'm just strapped for time.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
uh,
No, no,
sorry about.
no, that's fine. So when you click on it, it'll just um, focus on like an input field somewhere, kind
Yeah,
of,
it's
and then
exactly like
yeah,
you have it implemented
sure,
already when you hit the green chat box on the upper right.
yeah.
So,
But
yeah, and then
if you notice about that implementation, when you click on that green chat toggle, uh,
mhm.
a hidden input field gets unhidden so that it can open up the virtual keyboard on mobile on your phone.
Oh, I
So
see it.
so I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe the input field. What if that came down here into the into whatever the control panel part?
Yeah, that's great. Perfect.
Okay,
Yeah.
that means like the movement buttons would disappear. All right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm working towards that. Working towards this. And then a few other things have fallen into my plate. For example, well, I mean it's not that urgent, but there's no password reset functionality, and somebody lost their password. Craft X bot lost box lost his password. Um, I don't know. Just that's a good thing to have, and I think it could be implemented relatively simply. And I want to write tests because like as the complexity of the app is starting to grow, it's going to improve future productivity if I can just keep running these tests and make sure I'm not regressing, I'm not breaking existing functionality. So I want to get started on the tests, make the app more robust. Um, I mean, the API needs a lot of work. Like, we need a more robust authentication or user system, and then the password reset, and then the second pass of this mobile app. And then there's another thing about um, stopping the forced restart for the send video or the FFmpeg program. So those are the things on my plate. That's what I'm working on. All right, next person. Let's go in the usual order. Kevin, you want to go next?
I added one article to the WordPress site. That was it.
You added one article on the WordPress site. Yeah,
Yep, that was it.
cool. What are you? You have any time today to contribute?
Add another. Yeah, I could add another one, or I could just announce, depending on what you guys need.
Okay. Yeah, I think like maybe like a couple more just to fill up those last remaining spots on the homepage here.
Probably only one today. I don't think I'll be able to do two. That's a
Yeah.
good. It's my job.
Okay. Sure. That would help. All right. Jose.
Hey guys, so I received the parts on the mail last night for the head cam that I'm going to be giving to Alameda guys, so we're good to go. The armband is bigger than mine, and I got a battery, it's 10,000 mAh, so it's gonna last like a fifth the time as a regular robot. usually does with an MacBook battery.
How did you
I
say you've built it already, or you're
no.
currently building it?
It's just an assembly. It's just an assembly issue.
Okay,
Really put together and it's good to go. I think
cool.
the thing that's going to take me a little bit longer than that would be connecting it to the website. But we've already.
Cool.
I'll ask for help. I'll be online.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. If you need any help, just let me know.
Yeah, we'll do. Um, a few days ago, I don't know if you guys know, but I told Theo I made the top page of Reddit on shower plots. So I was really excited, and I went on the up for RunMyRobot, and I asked see if I could do anything to help with CSS for the subreddit, just to like help you edit the icons. And I guess Nighthawk. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Do you know CSS?
yeah,
Okay.
I know some CSS.
Sure. Yeah.
So
I
just
mean, yeah.
gonna help with the header and like the sidebar.
That'd be great.
I was wondering, like, do we somehow make it so that on the sidebar we can show that what robots are online just by using the tool that we already have in on place, so that shows on the website.
That would be awesome if we could do that. I'm trying to think. We would probably need an API setup that provides that information so that the Reddit page can call that. But yeah, that'd be awesome. If you
Yeah,
want to try
I don't
that.
know how quickly we can get that. I can get that done, but I'll be. I mean, again, I'll just ask questions when I have them on the dev channel.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I think that'd be a cool little feature. Um, cool. Yeah, did Martin end up giving you administrative access to the Reddit subreddit?
Yes, he invited me. I haven't accepted it yet. I wanted to talk
Cool.
before doing stuff.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. Thanks, Jose.
Sure.
All right.
I was wondering another thing. So I ordered a new smartwatch. It's a Motorola 360. Can we port the Android code onto it so that maybe when I'm driving I can kind of read it? It's just a question.
Probably. I don't know too much about the Android. What was it? The smartwatch 360 or whatever.
The Motorola 360.
Motorola 360. But if it runs Android, then I don't know. Does it have a microphone? Oh, I guess it probably does.
No, not
No?
this one.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, I'll ask more when I get it. And that's it for me. Guys.
Cool. All right, thanks, Jose. All right, Rick, you want to go next?
Yeah. Did a little bit of legal research, but we can talk about that later. Streaming quality is something I was looking into yesterday. I wanted to, I'm thinking, can we make it more stable, higher quality? Conclusion that I came to is that the combined audio and video is something that JS is, it's okay right now. It's sending a combined stream, but I think that sending the streams separately, still using the same system, but actually creating two completely independent streams would allow us to get a better signal. However, it would be a project that would take more time than we have for this presentation. So, we should just stick to what we have for now. But that's one way to increase the user experience quality anyway. Probably would be to split it up into two different relays, one for audio and one for video, and then send two independent streams for each. Something that I'm thinking about there. So Theo, I was looking into this restart thing too.
Okay.
What's your feeling on that? You can, it's basically you got to write something that scans the output.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the easy way is just shut off the restart, and that is fine, maybe. For a while. It just means that if it gets into that state, it won't be able to get out automatically. So the real solution is to like scan the output of the process for signals that it's working, and then if those signals cease for a long enough time, like auto restart the process. I guess what I'm saying is, are you gonna do that?
I haven't thought much about it, and that's been sort of behind the mobile app. There's still some things for the mobile app that I think are a higher priority for the demo. So I haven't thought much about it.
Yeah, so I mean, I could do that.
Okay.
I could get that going before the demo.
Great. That'd be great.
Also, where does the the other thing I'm working on is the parallax bot. I just got the C code on there, and it's moving the Twitch. I think it's called like something.c. Let me see. Twitchbot.c is on there and is making the servos move, but not in a. I mean, I'm not actually controlling them directly yet. But as far as I know, so we don't. Maybe I should do the video thing. So I was going to do the parallax bot thing right now, but if we're preparing for the presentation, I guess I should get that video streaming as smooth as possible in case somebody's going to be driving that around. Does that sound like the right priority, everybody?
Well, okay. So for the demo, yeah, I mean, I think that will be important. I mean, we don't want it to freeze when they're looking at it. Although it only lasts like 5 seconds, so I mean, it'll be temporarily frozen, but it'll come back. But another important thing is like we should start thinking about like what robots we want online for demo day and what environment we want them to be in. I guess, I mean, are we fine with them, like a few of them just being online in Rick's place like they are every day? Is that what we want the investors to see, or can we do something to sort of improve what they might see? I don't know. It's like up for brainstorming, I guess. But I don't know if they saw just an empty room. It's kind of a lackluster. The impression that it gives might be lackluster.
Okay, you can hear me now. I was trying to chime in there. The answer is yes. If we can come up with something that looks better, then the answer is definitely yes. So when I showed Niels this morning, like he thought it was great that stuff was there's already like a phone app and like it it's like somewhat usable and like there's video working and it's like very low latency, but the first thing that happened is somebody says like, "Where the fuck are you?" And then somebody's like, "Penis."
Yeah.
So we definitely don't want to have that happening.
Oh man, that's like 80% of the traffic. I mean,
yeah, but I mean it's not really something you want to expose investors to.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
like I said about the community before, it's like some of that stuff. We should probably work on curtailing some of it earlier rather than later, just because like it could build up and like it just depends on the kind of culture you want to have like on the as a user base, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's stream dependent. So
it will be, but as far as like kind of the main always on experience, like we got to be a little bit more mindful, especially if we're going to be sending people who we want to give us money somewhere and telling them that, hey, this is it works, it's cool, check it out, and then we got to be careful about it.
Well, okay, so here's some ideas. Okay, so one, maybe Jose on March 30th, just for like a 1 or 2 hour window, if you could have Jose bot on, and I don't know, you're usually doing something cool anyway, but if you could, just like be not in like some basement somewhere, but I don't know, outside or whatever, something that looks nice. Another thing, Rick, if you send me another robot, tomorrow I'm meeting Jill, maybe I can pick up some, what do you call it, like colored tiles and like decorations, and I could set up a small little like arena for a robot or two maybe, and I can make that look nice and make sure that's up and running for demo day.
Yeah, I could bring you Redbird as well,
Oh
actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can take Redbird. So and then another thing to tack onto that. So if we do have like a few select robots online during demo day that we want the um, investors to see, then we need to another feature that we need or something that I need to add for the mobile site is then the names of the robots so that we know like okay choose Redbird because he's in a good location, so you'd be able to the investor would be able to swipe through the carousel of robot thumbnails and choose Redbird. Right now there's no names, so like they would just choose a random one and it might end up in Rick's apartment or wherever. So I think that's an important thing to add to the that we need for the mobile app for demo day is like the names of the robots at least, or I guess another way around this is just to like only allow the mobile app to access certain like pre-selected robots.
I I mean, I think that's overkill. I mean, you could just set the mobile app to default to a robot that has a nice environment.
But we want them to choose too, right?
Um,
Yeah.
Choose
And if
robots.
they choose a robot in a weird environment, then that's their choice. But I mean, if it's the last one on the list,
Okay.
it's
Well,
not a
I
big
think
deal.
what Theo's saying, and I like, and I guess I sort of expected this to be the idea is that we just have available only the robots that we would like them to be able to use, like versus access to all of the robots. So that way we can carefully control, like focus
Yeah.
on controlling like what's on those robots more than we would control what's on the site in general.
Yeah. That's a good idea considering like right now any of the other robots that we have no control over could come online, like, Caesar or Nemo, all these other robots. And I don't think they would, but like they could easily like start hanging their dick out and then an investor would see that or something. So
Yeah.
so yeah, that's a good
Yeah, I mean,
preventive
I'm
measure.
gonna whatever. I'm gonna kind of defer to you guys, but my feeling is actually more traffic the better. Because if I were an investor, all I want to see is a crap ton of traffic on there that I can monetize.
But
I
we
want
could do that like at other times.
puny
But
puny little number of like fans, just like one or two running around saying, oh, this is cool. I'd be like, this site's not, no traction.
yeah, I mean, this is just more like like this is just something that we're gonna have like planned out, and they can always go to the site separately if they really like want to dig in deeper or whatever. But if we give them some sort of demo or experience, like I want to make sure it's cleaner, because we don't like Niels was actually very strong on that. Like it needs to be friendlier and nicer. Like he can't like ask. He says he can't like ask his kid to go check it out. Because the first thing he sees is just a bunch of curse words and right.
That's true. It's totally true. But on the other hand, the kid is gonna like it potentially because it does just have a bunch of curse words.
There's a lot of kids that are turned off by that stuff too.
Yeah, I
yeah.
used to be one of those, but yeah.
So here's what I can do. So what we did for CES in January was that I just sat and I
You moderated.
moderate
Mm-hmm.
what came through the channel.
Mhm.
So I can just get like a couple friends to be here and just sit and moderate what comes through and accept delete or accept and reject messages. That's one option. The other option is that if you want him to be in a nice environment, my plan was to be on a run, but I also have a nice cottage that you can use. You can't see it now, but it's big. It's nice, and there's nobody else other than me here, so we don't have to worry about randomness. And
Well, you don't have to go to your cottage just for the demo day. I mean, just like anything like outside or I mean, your normal life is interesting enough.
I think. No, never mind.
And we do have a moderator app. I guess the only person that doesn't know that is Jill. But we have an app we can turn on, and then it will only allow certain like approved messages to go through. This requires
Okay.
like an active maintainer or active moderator, but they see the incoming messages and they say, "Yep, this is good," or "Block this guy," or whatever. So it was created for demo purposes. We went to CES, and so we needed that.
Oh, see, so you guys are ahead of me there. Yeah,
Yeah.
so perfect. We could get mods. If you guys have mods you can tap, that's great.
We can
I
get
definitely-
mods. It's just, can we get enough traffic to like? I mean, because the moderation will definitely filter the traffic or filter the activity, so it'll look like even less activity.
Yeah, it'll go almost down to nothing.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened last time, and we kind of had to improvise. Like,
Generally when I put it in, like when I took it to like the Craigslist guy, Mike, first he said I want this thing filtered, and then when he saw what the filter did, which was kill all activity, he was like, actually just leave it wide open again.
There's just no like profanity filter that just bleeps word.
Well,
We could,
we
but
can- yeah,
they
we
can
have a
easily get
pretty
around that.
Sophisticated profanity filter, but I mean, it's got like regular expression matching and a bunch of stuff, which will reduce the profanity. But people are so creative, they might still get something through.
Well, I think if we have just basic moderation tools like being able to like block somebody from using chat
Yeah,
and like having a profanity filter, like that would be a lot easier for somebody to moderate, and that would throttle the chat in general a lot less.
yeah. So playing off that, I mean, I think that enabling our strongest filtering, and then having somebody like with their finger on the trigger to block like abusive users,
Mm-hmm.
but still letting the chat flow naturally would be probably the best way to approach this, in my mind.
I agree.
Try to make sure all the robots are in fun, interesting environments. I believe we can do that.
Yay. Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if like one cuss word slips through or whatever, I mean, the investors know it's like the internet. Like any random person can access this. It's not like, we're tied. Our brand is tied to those words. So I don't think it should look too bad if like one bad word slips through here and there.
Yeah, it just can't be like a constant
Yeah.
flow.
Inward can't just like flow for 5
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right.
It could be funny. I mean, funny sells. Just be like, oh, sorry, we're still working on things. This time.
I just wanted to finish the stand-up updates. Jill, do you want to give yours?
Yeah, I'm still on deck, so I just spent 2 hours on the phone this morning with Niels, sort of going over stuff, and I have to reduce the deck quite a bit. I had to do some errands and stuff, so I ended up taking care of that last night, so I didn't get a chance to, since it was easier to do from where I was, so, but that frees up my whole weekend, because I would have had to spend the weekend doing errands, so that's great. So yeah, this weekend's just deck, and I'm gonna hopefully be working with Theo tomorrow. We can focus on that. And
Yeah.
Niels was actually offering to meet up today in the city because he's going to be here in the city apparently. So I might take him up on that as well.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. What time were you thinking?
Whenever. I mean, and you don't even necessarily have to come all the way up here. I mean, it is a long trip, so we could always meet somewhere in the middle.
I'm going up there anyway. I have a date at 6:30 tomorrow.
Okay,
So
nice.
I'll be there.
Then yeah, like whenever you're available, like I'm usually up and at it by like 9 or so.
Okay. Yeah, maybe around lunchtime then I'll be there.
Okay, sweet.
Cool. That sounds good. All right, Jose, were you in the middle of saying something before I cut you off?
I forgot what it was.
Okay, sorry
Oh
about
yeah.
that.
So how are you guys doing on like getting grilled with questions? I think it's important to like, kind of role play about like what you might ask. What if you get like thrown a curveball? Like just because in putting into practice? Like, have you found like some kind of coaching? I know you were trying to do that with a friend.
Oh, you mean like practicing pitching and stuff?
Yeah.
I've had a lot of experience doing that, and I'm generally pretty like I usually do better at Q&A than anything else. So it's a lot easier to react to questions. There are certain things that yes, we do have to be prepared to answer, and like I want to make sure that we have answers for all of those. And it's usually not the curveballs I worry about as much as like really simple, straightforward questions that I should have an answer to. And like I might not have a clear answer for it, like something as simple as, so what are you making, what does it do, and you'd be surprised at how hard it is to answer those kinds of questions sometimes, right? Those are my biggest concerns usually.
Or how do you plan to make money?
Yeah, how do you plan to make money? I'm like, I just spent a whole slide on that. Let me explain it again.
Right.
Yeah. And there are going to be people whose sole purpose it is to throw me off and like try to ruffle me or whatever. That's just the nature of like how these things goes. People are always going to be really harsh because they're going to maybe give you money, and they don't want to give money to people who don't appear to know what they're doing.
Yeah. And on my way up here, I was watching the LinkedIn channel on the plane, and they were interviewing the Shark Tank lady, and one of the questions was, "Who was your favorite investment?" And he said, "Well, it was this. I'm trying to find the interview so that I can get the questions." Basically, the entrepreneurs went in there and they looked at the entire season, all the seasons of Shark Tank, got all the questions they were ever asked, and had 2 answers for them. But I'm having a really hard time finding that. I feel like it could be useful to have.
Yeah, totally.
Over prepared, and that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
See how that works.
Yeah, I've given pitches enough to know like what kind of questions to expect usually, and then I'm actually, so like Niels, the guy I was just on the phone with, like he's an investor and he's the one that is bringing us into Sand Hill like to pitch, and I've also been talking with some of the other investors in Sand Hill, and I already went through one round with a few of them that was pretty harsh, so. I've already kind of taken into account a lot of that feedback.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like know your material and drill, and like for me in particular, it's important that we have like the deck locked down at least a few days prior, so that way I could just spend time practicing the 10-minute spiel or whatever it is, and make sure that you're on time and all that other stuff, and not stumbling over your words or forgetting sections or any of that kind of stuff.
Make sure you guys get some sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more practice I get, the less nervous I am. It's like directly related. All right, cool. Well, I'm eager to get back to coding. Anybody else want to say anything else?
I was gonna say also that like I said before, with the parallax spots and getting that stuff working, that stuff should apply to the telebots, and if that applies to the telebots, that means I can get some of them to run to demo as well. So that means like Benny in San Luis Obispo, who has like an awesome garden the robots run around in, can get that working with RunMyRobot. We can do those things.
So maybe that is high priority. To get the parallax robot online?
Yeah, that would unlock some stuff, and it would also show that this robot, getting this robot to work with our platform is not that big a deal, because we already did it. And
do you feel like that's higher priority than removing that little 1 second delay in the feed that happens every 5 minutes or whatever it is?
It could be, because I don't think that having that delay there, at least for one demo, is going to be problematic. It'll be problematic if people keep checking back and that still keeps happening. But Like, I think it'll be less problematic if, an investor whips out their cell phone and is like, hey, let me check out your thing. And they go to it and, it just pauses for a couple of seconds. That's it. But everything else is working, and the video streaming, and it's low latency, and it depends on it. Yeah, and if the fixing that video thing like ends up being like a whole can of worms, I would say it's definitely a better use of time to work on the robot integration.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll start with the robot integration and hopefully get through it pretty quick. All right. Oh yeah, one other thing. This is what I recommend that we meet. So I guess the meeting's on the 30th. I recommend that I recommend to myself that I'll be there early, like a full day ahead of time, and I can bring robots, and we can basically set up some. That way we have time. We can basically set up robots, maybe one or two that are in Jill's room, the Robot City. Well, she already has robots, but I mean, we can get that going.
Yeah.
And we'll still have enough robots to bring them with us. We'll also have backups, like in a yard in Jill's, friend's house or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and Jose. So I want us to have like a day to get the whole system up running with interesting robots stable. And then if we walk in and our physical demo is crap, like our robots don't connect to their network or something, we'll still have a stable site that they can check out.
So you are?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so you are coming then? For the pitch?
For the pitch, yeah. That reminds me, I need to get a flight right now. But anyway,
okay.
Yeah.
I got credit on Virgin.
All right. Let me. I guess I was under the impression that.
I don't know if I was really. I don't even know if I was planning on it.
Yeah, I guess I was under the impression that you weren't. But before you buy a ticket, let me ask, because I already gave them the number of people, but it shouldn't be a big deal. But let me just do that, just to be so.
Actually, no. Let's just say I'm not gonna go. It's like another $400 or something to be hit there. I'd like to.
I mean, you totally can. I just have to like tell them and ask them if it's cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, Rick, yeah, we'll probably need your help setting up the robots at Joe's place.
That's actually true. Okay, so yeah, my intuition's kind of shifting around, but I really should be there because I think there might be problems, and
Oh, definitely.
it'll be best if I'm there.
There's always
yeah,
problems.
I'll grab a flight right now as soon as Jill confirms that it's okay, all right?
Yeah, and it's not 400. For me, it was.
Okay.
Well, how far in advance did you book it, Jose?
Same day.
Oh, wow.
It was I booked it the day that I saw you. I think it was Saturday.
What airline?
Virgin.
Virgin? Huh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
I use Google Flights. And while you guys are doing this stuff, do you have enough business cards? Because I have a bunch of card stock, and maybe Kevin and I could work in printing some more. I know he's good at design or things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it might be premature. I mean, I'd like to have Let's Robot business cards, but we may need to sort of solidify that, like, legalistically before we. I mean, we don't have to, but we can start printing them out now, I suppose. But
Yeah.
I hope we're pretty solidified by now, because it does have to look like even if we're not like 100% totally legal, I think it does need to sort of appear that way.
I mean, it could be a huge scam, Jill. You could be like a mastermind scam artist. You bring us to the pitch to help you get investors, and then you ditch us.
It's possible, but unlikely.
All right.
All right. So I'm sending this email out. We'll see what Andy says. I don't think he'll say no, but you never know. Cool.
Cool. All right. Well, let's anything else? Let's keep chipping away. I think we're
Alright.
slowly making progress. All right.
All right.
Cool. Let's get back to work.
Rick, were you trying to say that we should probably be talking more often earlier? I think that's right.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Well, Rick was just saying that we should get there one day early to the demo or whatever, like to the Bay Area, meet together, and then set up the robots.
Okay. So briefly on demo day, and I mean, this could just be me, Rick, and Theo. I don't have to waste everyone's time with this. So I don't know. Is there any other business, or is this just like, are we now going into optional mode?
Optional mode.
Okay, cool. All right. So I was gonna say the day of the demo or the day before the demo, I have contract work, so I'll be tied up during the day, but I'll have the evening. The day of the demo, we don't have to be in. I'm assuming it's somewhere around Santa Clara. I have to double check, but we don't have to be there till 5. So we'll have the whole day to prep before that. I suggest maybe, since Theo's in Gilroy, we could either meet down closer to how close is how far away is Gilroy from San Francisco? Is it like an hour? Is it 2 hours?
It's about an hour and 20 minutes.
An hour and 20 minutes? Yeah. So I'm assuming Santa Clara is probably closer to you than to me.
Well, isn't Sandhill in Palo Alto or Menlo Park?
Yeah, about there.
So yeah, so it's like, yeah. I mean, that's not in Santa Clara.
Kind of in the middle, huh?
It's pretty much in the middle.
All right. Well, okay. So yeah, we should definitely lock down exactly what we're gonna do on demo day. I would almost suggest that if Theo has like a place to make like a robot set, like we maybe go there and focus on that. That sounds like a kind of a wiser decision. What do you guys think?
Wait, what do you mean? So you mean for the demo, you're saying we should set up the robot city at my place in Gilroy?
Yeah, is that...
No, it's fine.
that
It's
doable?
just last time you said that you don't think there's enough time for that, or you don't think you have enough time for that.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
don't have enough time
that'd be
to
fun.
go down there separately and set up a whole thing that looks
Yeah,
nice before the demo.
Yeah,
but
why not just use Jill's existing robot city?
Oh, well, your robots are kind of big for my robot city, so they'd have to be my robots. And then
So you're
yeah.
saying mine need to be quarantined?
Make it monster themed where you're not ever building some stuff.
What theme?
I was joking. The fact they're so big in the city, just make it monster themed. Like
Make them monsters. Yeah.
Godzilla robots.
Yeah, they're a bit destructive, and they also kind of get stuck because they don't like Red. Well, I know Redbird in particular doesn't handle cords very well, so Redbird will
Well,
just
you choose up cords. I had to get rid of all my cords.
yeah. So yeah, it's a thing. It could happen. I don't know. It would require proofing. I was thinking if Theo had like a big garage, like it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too hard to throw something together.
Yeah. We have a pretty big garage. We can use the entire garage.
Okay. Or maybe we can like discuss this more in a bit or a little later.
Yeah.
Exactly what to do. So yeah, it'd be good to have a plan.
Okay. Also, you need to have a really good router.
Yeah.
Like what for games and stuff, or it's not going to be any good. My router costs like $280.
Have a bunch of routers. By the way.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm going to go there anyway. Anyways, I'm going to have. It doesn't even what they say. I'm going to be in the vicinity, so I'll just go ahead and get the flight.
Okay.
What day and time should I use for the flight? I mean, 29th?
So the pitch is on the 30th, and it's at around 5. I think we have to be there at 5:30. So yeah, you can come before or the day. If you want to come the day before, that's cool. So yeah, the 29th.
Okay, so I'll plan to fly in on the 29th, meet Theo, make sure we've got some good display robots going, and hopefully Theo's family is there to or somebody is there in case something goes wrong. That'd be ideal.
Yeah. My dad will be here.
30th, and then I'll stay from 5:30 to I don't know, when's this thing over? 8, 9 or something? 9 o'clock, it's over. Okay. All right, cool. Sounds like a plan.
Sweet.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Let's
Yay.
let's go chip away.
Cool.
All right, guys.
All
All right, bye.
Bye.